Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Bulbasaur and I am back with a brand new top 10 video, and today I am going to be talking about my top 10 favorite Pokemon from Sun and Moon. Now, this idea came from the leaked Pokedex that came earlier last week, and basically, if you don't want any spoilers, just click off the video, and yeah, basically, let's get started. So in the number 10 spot, we have Salandit's Evolution. Now this thing looks really cool, standing up on two legs, also with the pure black, which looks really awesome, just like Salandit. Obviously, it was also pure black. Looks awesome, and it's basically, in my opinion, one of the best looking Pokemon of all time. It's also, its shiny form just looks really cool as well, with the nice pure white shinies. I really do love pure white shinies. Mega Gengar is obviously my favorite shinies list, and that's for the reason why. It's a pure white shiny. It looks really nice. It just looks absolutely amazing, and that's why it got on the list. And the number 9 spot, we have a brand new Pokemon. It's not an evolution or pre-evolution of one of the ones that we've already seen, but it is actually one that was leaked on the TCG box, and I think you know who I am talking about. This weird thing right here. Now, I have no idea why I like this thing. I think it's just probably because of the color scheme being blue and purple, but then again, it also has a really cool design with its hair. It has some spikes all over it, you know, it just looks really cool. But also its face, just, I don't know, its face just looks really cool, the design. Like some sort of, like, it just looks like some sort of creepy monster, and it just works out really well with the color scheme and the spikes, and it just looks really cool. So in the number 8 spot, we have Bewear. Now, Bewear is such a cool concept for a Pokemon. It's basically like a really cute Pokemon that everybody wants to hug, but if you get close to this thing, it will hurt you. It will not hesitate. And it's basically a cool concept for a Pokemon, like I mentioned, and I love to see that Pokemon is still going at it with those weird, creepy Pokedex entries, so that you can just look at it and be like, okay, I do not want this thing, but I really do want this thing. It's awesome. And also, what I love about this thing is this design is so simple. It's literally just a stuffed bear, just straight up and down arms, legs, bear, ears, like, you know, nothing major. It's also got a nice, easy color scheme with the nice pink and black. It actually looks really good. Obviously, being a stuffed bear, it doesn't have to have a major design or any major color schemes or anything. It's just a stuffed bear that came to life. And I never really thought that I would like that, a kind of Pokemon like that, but it's really cool. And in the number 7 spot, we have Oranguru. Now, this thing looks awesome. I love apes in real life, and this thing is based on an ape, and it's so cool to see its design because the cool color scheme with the purple and white, it's just so cool to see this. I am just a big fan of this thing, and it was just really awesome. Now that, just come on, it's just so cool. Now this typing also looks really awesome. I'm a big fan of psychic types, and psychic and normal is really cool because now Girafarig is not alone with its typing. Now Oranguru and Girafarig both have normal and psychic type, and it's actually a really cool typing. I don't know why, but I guess it's because I got rid of Normal's weakness, and obviously helped out Normal in that situation. But then again, it also gave Normal a lot more weaknesses, because psychic type weaknesses and stuff. But either way, I really like this thing. So in the number 6 spot, we have Turtonator. Now this thing is really cool, being a fire and dragon type. Its design is awesome as well. Its special move, Shell Trap, is actually cool. I usually don't like moves like this, but for some reason I really like this type, or this move specifically, because it's kind of like just a giant explosion. Like, you know, instead of being straight murdered by using the move Explosion like you normally would, you're just gonna take an explosion straight to the face, survive it, and have no big deal at all, and basically be extremely awesome. And also the color scheme of this thing, having the gold with the red trim, just looks really cool. Obviously, though, it is a fire type, so it's kind of to be expected that it's going to have like a red or goldish kind of colors to it. And it just looks really cool. And in the number 5 spot, we have Palossand. Now this thing looks so cool. I love Pokemon based on inanimate objects, such as Sandcastle, obviously, with Palossand. It is so cool to see that. I also love the shiny thing, the shiny design. The black sand is so cool. The shovel kind of makes it look a little bit funny in my opinion. But, I mean, it's probably just me. And this thing just has an awesome concept, especially since the region is based on Hawaii, so it makes sense to have a sandcastle Pokemon like Holosand in the Pokedex, obviously for reasons of Hawaii is a crap ton of islands, so there's going to be a lot of sand around and everything, so yeah, basically, that's why it's on the list. So in the number 4 spot we have Komodo. Now this thing looks awesome in-game. Its official art doesn't really do it justice, but its in-game model looks so good. Also, that type is unique to its evolutionary line. It's the only one that has the dragon and fighting typing, which is really, really cool to see. And it's also the pseudo of the games to what I know of, because it pretty much looks like the pseudo. Looking through the entire Pokedex, you can kind of see that it's pretty much the pseudo, which makes it really, really powerful. And when you're playing through the games, obviously, you're going to want a really powerful mod on your team. And let's hope this is better than some of the other pseudos of the games. Now, I really like Goodra and stuff, and I'm pretty sure that'll be my favorite pseudo ever, but let's hope it's better than some of the other pseudos that don't have megas, or even some of the ones that do have megas, but just in their non-mega form, obviously. So in the number 3 spot, we have Silvally. I love how this thing is supposed to be based on Arceus, but it went all wrong, and this thing's ability is so cool, because obviously its ability is the RKS system, and it basically shows you that, yeah, it's supposed to be Arceus, but this thing also just straight looks really, really cool. And I also just love how this thing evolves, you know? This thing's evolution is awesome because it basically has to trust you, and then it'll break its own mask so that you could have all of its power in your hands, and it just straight trusts you, and it'll be a really powerful asset to your team, especially since you could change its typing at will. You can make it any of the 18 types, which is very, very cool to see. And this thing is guaranteed on my team. Like, it is 100% going to be on my team. So in the number 2 spot, we have Vikavolt. Now, I don't like a lot of bug Pokemon, but Vikavolt is so awesome. Its typing is really cool, being bug electric, but not only that, this thing just looks so cool. It has a really good color scheme with the blue and the yellow, and it just makes this thing look so awesome. This thing looks like it doesn't care about hurting its opponent, which I guess is a bad thing, but I just don't really see it that way. I just think that it makes it look really, really badass. And this is just another one that's definitely on my team for the games, and I don't know why. I really like this thing since I very first saw it, and it's just awesome. And finally, in the number 1 spot, we have Rowlet's final evolution. Now, this thing looks so cool. I am so glad that the Chinese leaks were real, and it just looks so cool to see, and I can't wait to use it on my team. This thing is so, so cool. Its middle stage, not so much. Rowlet's middle stage can use a little bit of work, but obviously, we already know what it looks like, so it's not going to get any work. Done, it's done. It's no biggie. But another thing about this thing, its shiny is really, really cool. With the blue, the black, and the white color scheme, it just makes this thing look absolutely amazing, and it just works really, really well together. Just pulls like everything together, and it just works really, really well. I love how it's supposed to be based on an archer, but it's also a bird, and it's a grass flying type, which just makes it really, really cool. And even 7 generations in, and 6 out of the 7 I go with the grass type every time, which is really, really weird. The only one generation I don't go with the grass type every time is Johto, because Chikorita is garbage. So, that has been my top 10 favorite Pokemon from Sun and Moon. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to drop a like, and see ya.